Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Monster Tamer News, the segment on this channel where we go over this week's happenings in the world of monster taming. Now, overall, this is a pretty fire week. We got brand new major Temtem and Monster Crown updates, an update to the Coromon demo that's more minor but still noteworthy, some new monsters including some from Monster Sanctuary, and much more. So with all that being said, sit back, relax, and let's dive right in. Alright, so we're going to kick things off with that Temtem news, and that being Temtem's final Kisiwa content update being live, and includes a brand new fishing mechanic featuring Koish, a Spinda-esque fish tem that can have somewhere around 10,000 unique combinations, which make up its colors, whiskers, and fins. The radar system, which can be chained to increase Luma odds, Dojo Master rematches, daily and weekly quests, a loot system, wishing wells, and more. For an in-depth guide on the update itself, feel free to check out my video going over the update in its entirety. Temtem's also been confirmed to be launching on PS5 in early access on December 8th. Now, this is an interesting date because if you didn't know, the Sipanku update was initially set for winter this year. However, there has been some talk of a delay. Could this date be specific to that update? Only time will tell. Now, Monster Crown's also been updated to include the second third of Crown Island. This includes some new towns, a couple new provinces, some new monsters, monster riding, and more. Now, I don't want to spoil the entirety of the update, but it's also brought forth a bit of new story, and honestly, it's overall been really fun to play. We did do a stream on launch day, and we had a blast hanging out. I'll link that in the description as well. Also, stay tuned because I am planning on making a video showcasing all of the new monsters as well, probably for Wednesday. Now, Coromon's had a minor update which brought forth a few changes, including reduced forehead sizes, which I'm sure Clasher on the Discord will have a fit over, various bug fixes, a new Halloween hat, which if you're watching this video now it's no longer available but will return next Halloween, and more. Now, big Monster Sanctuary news, the devs over at Morai just released the progress update for October, and it includes some brand new monsters. The first one is a plague egg, which is said to attempt to cure illness upon unwilling patients and oftentimes ends up experimenting on them instead. They're said to be extremely rare and utilized by some mad scientists of the Monster Sanctuary. They chiefly focus on debuffs and apparently can be acquired from a certain alchemist. The second monster is Thanatos, and this thing's personality description just speaks for itself. Hundreds of years ago, there lived a king with his royal court in a majestic castle. One by one, the people living in the castle started dying under mysterious circumstances. At first, only servants and knights fell victim to this phenomenon. When it happened to close relatives of the king, panic took hold of the court. Many great warriors were summoned, patrolling the castle at times. However, each of them died. After many weeks, an old priest came to the castle, feeble and barely able to walk. Thanks to her divine magic, she hunted down the Thanatos that was responsible and banished it from our world, returning all of its victims to life. This monster focuses on high damage and utility and can be found in the abandoned tower, which will be a very late game area. And finally, we have Azarok, a demon known for watching over our world and that will step in and destroy those who get too close to the truth. This monster focuses on a blind debuff that it can stack on its enemies and will be a special champion monster only available to fight after beating the main game. They've also confirmed a new feature called Ultimates, which are basically the level 40 skill tree unlockables. These are very powerful attacks that can only be used by one monster once per turn and have a cooldown of 3 turns. A monster only gets access to one ultimate, and it doesn't cost a skill point to activate and can be switched at any time without a skill resetter. Monster Sanctuary's full release will be on December 8th, 2020 for Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, PS4, and of course Steam. Also, the early access is currently on sale, so definitely pick it up if you're interested. Currently, the Anitons Discord is having a contest for Aniton submissions, and honestly, so far, some of the submissions look really awesome. Currently in the lead is this Ice Dragon line created by Xena, someone you may remember from our Kinfake video. I'd love to see this line in the game. Hey guys, so while I was editing, the Aniton's Discord server just showcased a new Crystal type Aniton. This one's a middle stage, and usually I have a cutoff being like midnight. If anything happens after midnight on Sunday, aka Monday morning, I'm just like, okay, that's it, cut off. But this is pretty big news, so check this guy out. He kind of looks like Dragonite crossed with like a Digimon or something. I'm liking him, he's pretty cool. Now, the Ploxmon's Twitch channel just recently hosted a Q&A which answers various questions about the game, but unfortunately, the video is gone from their Twitch channel, so hopefully that'll make its way to YouTube so we can get their answers. But some of the questions I've seen in the Discord are quite interesting and include when the next playtest will be, whether or not there'll be a Kickstarter, etc. Adore's been giving us a lot of news lately, and this week's no exception. We've recently updated to version 0.5, which added 10 new monsters to the game, all of which we have covered in more depth in our previous Monster Tamer news segment, so I'll leave those linked in the description to avoid redundancy. However, we have seen some notable changes to the update, including the addition of the riding mechanic, community-based implementations including a better UI, a rework to special abilities regarding the AI, some balancing adjustments, bug fixes, and more. They've also updated their roadmap, which teases that the next update will be implementing storytelling, new bosses, and new items. Definitely a lot to look forward to, and Adore's Early Access is currently on sale, so definitely a good time to pick it up. Over to some Necromancer's gift news. Leo posted his weekly update, which outlines the alpha release date to be November 8th at midnight. At 11:59 on November 7th, you'll be able to apply for the role to be an alpha tester, and subsequently you'll be able to play the game. The game was initially planned to come out on October 31st, however it has been delayed to this date. Given that the new day is a Saturday, I will be at work and I have to actually go back to work exactly 8 hours later. I'll have to stream it on the 9th around 9 p.m. EST for you guys, but definitely hang in there because I'm super excited to try it out. We've also been shown the game's title screen background image, which looks really nice. The Mython Island Twitter page showcased an image of the game's elements, or types, which seem to be, I guess, normal or neutral, fire, air or wind, electric, plant, earth, a mental or a psychic type, water, and then this last one seems to be some sort of metal. I'll definitely make sure to keep you guys updated on this moving forward. Now, Ova Magica did host its Halloween event, and despite Halloween being over, I really wanted to showcase this mini trailer off as it displays what the game is capable of. The Disc Creatures Twitter just showcased Pumpkin, this really cool Halloween-themed creature, and Disc Creatures is currently on sale for 50% off on Steam. I just picked it up. I got the game with the soundtrack for less than $10 Canadian, so it's definitely really cheap right now. And last but not least, we got a brand new Abomi in the form of Codivera, the evolution of Alabrodi from last week's segment. Interestingly, to evolve Alabrodi, it actually has to die whilst holding an evolution crystal after a certain level, and then it'll be sort of reanimated as the beast you see before you. It's also said to play some sort of quote-unquote special NPC role, and given its design, with its tail sort of being reminiscent of dice, I'd say perhaps it's some sort of gambling minigame or something to that extent. So yeah guys, that's a gist of this week's happenings. Other than that, we have 2 upcoming Monster Taming and Chill episodes, one featuring Jason from Monster Crown, and the other featuring Zane and John from Mythren. Make sure to leave your questions in our Discord linked in the description. Now with that being said, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe, follow me on Twitter at GymLeaderEd, check out my Patreon, all links in the description. Until next time, peace.